Hey, welcome back to the 5 Minute Strategist. So you're back from vacation, you've got a million new ideas, and now you're looking ahead to launch season in September, October, and you're thinking about which ones you're going to launch. But at the moment, some of the stories around launching are a little scary. People who've launched for years are suddenly seeing significant drop-offs. And some people are launching to no sales. You've probably seen the launches and thought, wow, they must be making so much money off of this. But actually, in the background, they've quietly flopped. Launches take time and money and so much mental energy and resilience. So you want to be kind of confident in your groundbreaking idea before you take it to your audience. You want to make sure that there is demand for what you're going to offer before you make all of that investment. Understanding what your target human wants is so important because that's going to help you allocate that time and energy and mental capacity most effectively. It's also going to help you reduce your risk because if you're measuring whether there's any demand and you see that there isn't, you can pivot before you've spent that time and money. But the main point of understanding what your market wants is to know that your offer is going to meet a real need, something that they want and they want right now and are willing to spend money on. So if this is all so important, what is going wrong when we're launching? Why isn't everybody making sure there's demand before they launch? Well, one of the big mistakes I see in the small business space is the kind of trust your gut vibes. So I don't think trusting your gut is a bad thing, but for me, it's kind of a final check-in after you've looked at all the data. We can get so excited about our own idea and how amazing it would be and how it's exactly what our people need. And we just assume everybody else is going to say the same. But just because we know in our soul that they need it, doesn't mean they want it. And if they don't want it, they're not going to buy. Another problem at the moment where we have this kind of really unusual launch vibe going on is that people who've launched for years or have had a similar product for years are skipping some of the market research side of things, right? They're not double checking that everyone wants it. Just because people have always wanted it doesn't mean they're going to want it forever. Doesn't mean it fits into their spending plan for right now. So when you skip this kind of research, you're creating a huge gap in the data. So even if you are relying on the data itself is unreliable. And beware when you're looking at this kind of market research that you're not just asking your super fans. These people are great because you can rely on them to always buy, but they're not a great indicator of your cold or your warm audience and the likelihood that they would buy in the same way that a more widespread objective survey might. So think about adding something like that. Think about adding that survey to get some real insights on your target audience. And then take all of that valuable data and go back to your offer and ask yourself if they're matching so that we know when we take it to market, there's an actual need and a want for it. Also, I want you to pay attention to what's happening to your quote unquote competition. Look at what they are offering. Look at what they are selling. Look at how they price it. Look at what kind of marketing they're doing. Look at what their testimonials say. Understand, okay, this is what they do great. This is what I don't see them doing. Maybe that's a gap that I can fill. This is going to help you figure out how you take your product to market and make it stand out in the noise. But remember that you don't ever see the full picture of somebody else's business. Don't just take what they've done and copy and paste it into your business and hope for the best. You don't know if it's succeeded. You're looking at them to figure out where you can stand out, not what you can copy. Then when you've gathered all of that data, I want you to go looking for constructive criticism. I want you to go and find your truth tellers. I want you to go and find your biz bestie, coach, mentor, other half, whoever it is who is not afraid to tell you, here's what I can see being an issue. And that might not be that the offer needs to change, but it might be something that needs to tweak for the offer to work better for you, for the timing to change. Sometimes we can get really wrapped up in wanting to do everything now. We must launch this thing now. But actually, maybe it would launch better in 6 months' time. You need someone who can look at that and tell you that truth. And then when you have done all of this, now we can go back to that gut check. Now you can listen to your intuition and go, how does this feel to me? Is this the right move? And then at least you know when your gut is saying, heck yeah, you've got some data that tells you some other people might be saying heck yeah too. So what is your strategy for assessing the demand for your offer before you invest time and money and mental capacity into launching it?